Hey gang, it's Bob Bannister coming at you with another edition of Rock Talk, brought to you by CGCM Rock Radio and Rock Is Not Dead Australia. Hey, do us a favor, won't you? Click that like, that share, that subscribe. Click the bell icon to stay up to date on all things Rock Talk and drop us a comment as well. Maybe there's somebody you'd like us to talk to. We'll do our best to do just that. This time around, we're catching up with another Melbourne band, and surprise, surprise. And really, these guys were a whole lot of fun to talk to. First time listening to these guys, I thought, wow, I really like these guys' sound. Then I got talking to them, and I was like, yeah, these guys are really, really good. I'm talking about Melbourne's Head of Clay. Fun interview, a fun couple of guys. We caught up with Wall, we caught up with Dave, and sat down and talked about all things Head of Clay. Had a few laughs, had a few chuckles, and just had a great time. So let's step into the Rock Talk studio, catch up with Wall and Dave from the band Head of Clay from Melbourne on this edition of Rock Talk with CGCM Rock Radio and Rock Is Not Dead Australia. And as promised, joining us from Melbourne this time around, we have got Dave and we've got Walter from the band Head of Clay. Welcome into Rock Talk, gentlemen.
Hey, Bob. How are you?
Thanks for having us,
everyone?
Bob. We're delighted to be here, mate, with you. Have a great chat.
Very excited to have you guys here with us. So you've got a couple new singles out right now, and I am absolutely digging them. But why don't you tell everybody out there the story of Head of Clay? Who is Head of Clay?
Wow, Head of Clay. Well, basically, Head of Clay is just a normal person that listens to the government and watches the news and just goes along every day living in the world we live in today, basically.
The concept was that, that everyone's head is just like a piece of clay, that the government and every narrative can just be molded into that thought of the day, and that a lot of people just go along with it and they don't really understand what they're following to the point it gets ridiculous sometimes.
Yeah.
That's what we write about.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why we called the band Head of Clay, because it shows everywhere you go these days. Everyone's on their phones with their heads down at the bus stops, and it's just
they're all clones.
They're all clay.
Then I must be the odd man out because I'm the one walking along on my Spotify and on my YouTube music and just digging for new music all the time. It's like, no.
Yeah.
Forget the news. Give me music. Give me tunes. I got to have that.
Yeah, exactly.
Get inspired.
Yes.
That's right.
Exactly.
Absolutely. So what's the story of the band, guys?
Well, we were playing in another band and we were sort of doing a bluesy sort of a thing because we sort of had management, and Wall and I were stuck in that writing, and then that sort of fizzled out. So Wall and I sort of wanted to go back to sort of our rock roots. And so we started writing, against the system, and we had a guitar player with us that was in the other band as well. And we just stayed in the studio and just wrote and come up with all these tunes and thought, wow, this is amazing.
And initially we would virtually just like a studio type of band. We just stayed recording, and we weren't in the idea of bringing it out as a tour or a band itself. But our guitarist pushed us to go on stage to how it sort of like, evolved on the stage from the recordings. And we found that, wow, rock's on stage. So
yeah, we got a really good response everywhere we went.
We love rocking it on stage.
We even went and played with some cover bands that when they had their break, we'd get up on stage and do like 6 or 7 of our songs, and the crowd would love it. So our songs were so catchy, and it was just like listening to a cover band.
That's cool. So describe for me your creative process then.
Well, Wal and myself, we just sit in the studio and we just go over a few ideas and come up with some riffs, and then we start writing lyrics for them. And then we just start dropping them down in the studio, and then we pull our drummer in and we get him to start playing some drums on it, record it, and then we go with each instrument, record the bass, start laying in some ideas for the guitars.
It's funny because each song evolves differently.
Yeah.
It's not like exactly that pattern all the time. Sometimes we'll come up, like I'll come up with a little idea in lyrics, and then from that we get a riff. But mainly it's just like Dave said, we get a riff, and then from that it just feeds itself and it just grows, and you just can feel what it needs. And a lot of that process doesn't work every time. We've done a few songs where we just look back at it and go, nah.
And you sort of know within a good hour working on it whether or not it's going to be a great song or it's not, So, and as Wal said, we've got so many other songs that we worked on and we thought they're going to be really great, but then we sort of just shelved them because
it's an ugly baby. Just put it aside.
And like one song, we loved the music so much, we wrote like 7 or 8 different melodies of the whole thing from verses to choruses, and we still weren't happy, were we?
No. To be fair, it was like we wanted to get into a little bit more of a different genre just to see if we could tap into the modern style of music. So we come up with a really sort of, well, what would you call that? Like a funky rock.
Funky sort of. Still had that rock element, but it was
a bit funked up.
And
great little. The music to it's great.
Yeah.
But we just couldn't nail the melodies and the lyrics to it.
We tried.
Frustrated.
But other songs come so easy, we get a riff on the guitar and bang, the lyrics come out and it's just happening, So
right.
It's each song and each thing's completely different.
So how long do you hang on to those ugly babies, to quote unquote, before you
don't
them in the bin?
We've hung on for one for a couple of years.
We just keep them in the attic. We just feed them every. Actually, we have revisited songs that we've done from the past. Being one of them, Freaking Out Now, which we recently released. That was probably one of our first songs
we ever wrote. And we had shelved that for many years.
Probably 6 years, and we revisited it and rocked it up a little bit. And
we changed all the guitars on it and really made it completely different.
And maybe the times sort of like brought it back out because it was, it's perfect times to be freaking out right now.
Yeah.
And we like to when we release a song, get the timing right on it as well, where it's going to be the most effective, the song. That's why we released this song, You Can't Break Me, on Anzac Day, which is in Australia.
Yes.
On the 25th of April.
Mm-hmm.
Because we thought that would be a great idea to do that. So we went ahead with that.
So Wal, you're the primary lyricist then?
I mean, we do a lot of collaboration together, but a lot of the lyrics do come from myself, and Dave will scream and go, "I don't like that. Let's put this in."
So then, how do you handle
controversial enough? Put this in.
So then, how do you guys handle then creative disagreements? Like, say, Wal, you come up with a lyric that you really like, and Dave just absolutely hates it. Like, how do you handle that?
Well, after we've finished punching on, look, we're both not precious in this.
That's right. We've learned both of us to be not precious with anything. Even if I play the rhythm guitar in the band and Wally comes and records the rhythm guitar on that song, or I record the bass on the song, we've learned not to be precious at all with anything.
And being like that, I've found in through experience, you get a lot more advice from people who are willing to give it to you that have been in it for way longer than yourself, and you listen to their recommendations. If you take it, they just open up, and you learn a lot.
We do work with a lot of other musicians, a lot of great other musicians that we get them to also come and do some studio work for us, and we ask them, and then we also work with some great producers, like Steve Scanlon. In Australia, he's like mixed and produced so many great artists, and he's a friend of ours, and we always ask for his advice. So, we're pretty lucky that we've got people, helping us out as well.
And this latest single was mixed and mastered by Steve.
By Steve.
yeah, you can hear that raw edge in his style as well. So we're wrapped. Yeah.
It's
You know what
always
wrapped is? So happy. That's our Aussie slang.
it's always great to work with somebody that really is pushing the envelope all the time and just pushing the artist to get and to bring out the best in themselves, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah,
Yep, yep. And just a different angle or different perspective of your song, because sometimes you can get in a little rut of
yeah,
how you think your song should be, and just a different perspective, and you just walk through a different door and go, I would never have thought of that, and
yeah.
it just
That's right.
evolves, and that's that part of that creative process we were
Mm.
talking about before. It just evolves into a beautiful baby this time.
Yeah. So one of the songs that we gave Steve to mix and master for us, um, he had a good listen and he took a liking to it, and he said, Dave, let's just change the guitars completely. And Wall and I were like, what? We worked so hard on them, and we go, okay, let's do it. So then we just changed them completely, and we were happy that he he said that to us, because it helped the song breathe, and it gave it much more. It was much more open. The vocals really shone on it, so it was amazing.
Yep.
So we like to listen as well, but then you listen to some things and then they're not right, so you can tell they're not right, and you go, okay, we tried it, but it didn't work. So we're
Hmm.
all not precious. We just want the best that we can for our music.
So
Yeah,
you were
it's
saying
fun.
that you were saying that these different producers and different musicians you work with all give you advice, but what's the one piece of advice that you guys would like to pass on to, like, say, a new garage band that's just starting out, that you wish you'd gotten when you were starting out?
Wow.
That's a good
The
one.
thing is, like, Wally and myself, we've both stuck at it for many years. We've been playing since we were young kids.
Hmm.
And I think the most important thing is, if you pick up an instrument and you really want to do it, is to stick at it. Because sometimes you think, you're in your room playing your guitar or you're playing your drums, and all your mates are going out and they're having a great time, and you think that you could be missing out on something. You're not really, because later on you're going to be up on stage rocking it in front of hundreds and thousands of people, and they'll all be looking at you.
Hmm.
So I
Hmm.
think it's determination. You got to work hard at it. Um,
Yep.
what do you
And
think, Juan?
look, like what we were talking about now is taking a look, especially at the start, it's hard to do it without some sort of form of lessons at the start, even
Yeah,
just to kickstart you, because you can
Hmm.
get into 10 years of trying to learn on your own. I know there's a lot of YouTube tutorials and that, but just getting a perspective from a musician first,
Right.
and then you'll get the inspiration to start learning properly off YouTube tutorials, even just to hold the guitar. But once you're in the garage band, just develop your own style. I think
and
to be
yeah,
like someone else, you're not really going to break through. Just develop your own style. Doesn't matter how different it sounds. We've heard a lot of new sounds come out and they're breakthrough. So just develop your own sound, your own style, and be confident with that, and just keep working on it, and it'll pay off. Especially even if you're just jamming on the stage in a pub, just enjoying yourself.
that's it.
That to us is it's paid off already.
Yeah.
That's fun. That is fun right there. So, what's Head of Clay like live?
Um, we did a gig probably last weekend, and I said to Wal, my knee swelled up the next day, because when I'm on stage, I'm up and down, jumping and running around, because I've got a wireless on my guitar, and
Right.
yeah, so I move around a lot, and
It was a great. We've got like Marshall amps and Ampeg
Yeah.
rigs, so it was really loud. It was funny because we did
a
a
private
private
party,
party last Saturday in a suburb out here. What's the suburb called?
Craigieburn.
Craigieburn. And one of the guys' father lives 2 kilometres away, and he
Hmm.
could hear us two
Oh,
kilometres away.
But we set up like at the front of the garage, and all the people were all out in the street, and because it was a courtyard where
yeah.
all the cars were, so all the people were out in the street, and we had a pretty good, decent sized PA. It was very loud.
Nice.
And
That's fun.
Yeah, it was awesome, man.
that was right. So when you come and hear us, we got that, that AC/DC sort of raw
Yeah,
sound,
that rock
especially that
raw sound.
Marshall
Yeah,
rock So it really translates well from what you hear on the record to on stage. It sounds
and it's
very
fun
similar.
for us guys on stage that we've written the songs. We have so much fun playing the songs because we just love every song. It's like when we're rehearsing and stuff, I look at Wall, I go, oh, can't wait to play this one because the riff on the guitar is so awesome to play.
I mean, let's get real. We grew up with AC/DC here and Led Zeppelin, and that sort of sound is in us already. That's why we created Head of Clay. So playing it on the stage is like
tough.
It's a dream for us.
Yeah.
So I hope that the crowd enjoy it just as much as what we do, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
So what else is on the bill for 2026, looking down the road?
Wow. We're going to try and release a couple more singles. We're going to see how we go because each time we release a single, we shoot a video clip for it as well.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes time to organize people and, get it all edited and do the mixing and the mastering because everyone's all spread all around the place. So hopefully we can achieve that, maybe one or two more.
And I think we've got enough to release our second album as well. So we want to concentrate by the end of this year to hopefully have that compiled to maybe release by the end of the year or definitely by 2027. So that's...
Yeah, that's what we're sort of aiming for at the moment. But who knows, the phone could ring and it's like, wow, we're doing this.
The phone rings, we're going to Canada
We're going to Canada.
We're going to play up there, so we.
Right on. You guys come here. I'm coming to see you play. I don't care if you're in Vancouver. I'm near Toronto, but I don't care. I'm coming to see you guys play.
Awesome.
They say Toronto is very similar to Melbourne. We're from Melbourne in Australia.
I've never been to Melbourne, but I've spent an awful lot of time in Toronto, and it's a great city. The traffic sucks, but it's a great city.
It sounds much like Melbourne.
I've spent time in Winnipeg.
Okay.
In Winnipeg, doing some recording with the producer that was there.
Good old Winterpeg, Manitoba.
Yeah, very cold place.
Oh, they have the coldest intersection in all of North America. It's the intersection of Portage and Maine. It gets to 40 below every year, and that's Fahrenheit. So that's damn cold.
Wow. That is very cold.
That is significant shrinkage just there.
All right,
like, where is it?
I'm going to ask you some general knowledge rock questions, and all I ask is for you to answer the questions with the wrong answer. The more ridiculous, the better.
This will come naturally for Dave.
All right, here we go. Who was the lead guitarist for Metallica?
Prince.
That would be interesting. He was a damn good guitarist. What band did Tony Iommi play for?
I've got no idea.
Oh, Boston.
Was it Bon Jovi?
Bon Jovi.
What band did Dimebag Darrell play for?
Dimebag Darrell.
Wasn't he in our first band? D.R. Malone. He was a bit of a dime bag, that guy.
What was the name of Ringo Starr's band?
The Police.
What instrument did Joe Walsh play?
The organ. I heard he was a bit of a player.
And finally, what band is Mick Jagger famous for singing in?
What's that band? The one with the something chocolate.
Chocolate Starfish.
Chocolate Starfish.
Limp Bizkit.
Limp Bizkit.
All right.
The exhaust.
All right. Dave and Walter from the band Head of Clay. Thank you very much for joining us on this edition of Rock Talk. Take a few more seconds and shamelessly self-promote.
Thank you, mate.
Look, you can find us on YouTube, but Bandcamp Head of Clay. Just support our videos. We're going to a bit of work to put them together. It's try and make them as exciting as possible. But just follow us and subscribe. It helps us out a lot. So we'd love to get out there one day.
Thank you, Bob. Thanks for having us. And
Thank you.
Hopefully when we come to Canada, you'll be at the gig with us, mate.
Excellent. Excellent. Want to thank you again. And guys, don't forget, click that like, share that subscribe button, leave a comment as well. Support Hen of Clay, support CGCM Rock Radio and Rock is Not Dead Australia. And we'll catch you on another edition of Rock Talk right here with CGCM Rock Radio.
Rock is not dead.